Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you watched the last video, you saw we were in a really dusty ride, and that just was it was bad. So after that ride, I decided that it was time to upgrade our breathing situation. So we have rugged radios, MACAIR pumper. It's got the filter, goes on top here, and then all the hoses and the wiring. Variable speed controller, and then we also went and picked up an Impact side-by-side side air helmet. I really researched a lot of helmets trying to find the right one. This seems to be a new product. I've not seen a lot on it, but the price was very reasonable, and I could not go with a top air because I'm a big guy and my head doesn't have the clearance in that cage. So sit back and enjoy, and we're going to go through the steps of installing this. Now, the instructions do say to pre-wash your filter and your pre-filter, and I did that last night so they would be dry. And it is just some warm soapy water. Do a little clockwise and counterclockwise rotation in the water, and then rinse it out with warm water. And so that's what I did. So the mounts that come with it are right here. Excuse me, not having a assistant to hold the camera. This is everything that comes with it. I think I am going to have to create my own to get the result that I want. So we are going to have to stand by on that for a moment. Yep. All right, so the first things we're going to do is pull the seats out. And I apologize for how dirty this thing is, but I ride it. I spend way more time riding than I do cleaning. So it gets dirty anyway. Next, we're going to try to figure out where exactly what we want to place this. And I think I have a good idea. But I'd like it to set approximately right there. I just got to figure out some brackets and some mounts, because obviously with this window in here, I don't have the ability to mount it to the roll cage. So I'm going to try to build some mounts for it to set right there. So let's see what we can figure out.
One eternity later.
Okay, on to the next step. It's been a couple hours actually since like 5 seconds ago, because I did have to go run an errand. And so I can't remember exactly what I last said, but I know that we were dealing with the brackets, and I said that I was going to have to make some, and I was able to do that. I'm just waiting for a little bit of paint to dry there, and I'll show you those in a few minutes. So while we're waiting on that, I'm going to pull my center console out, and that is where we decided to put the variable speed controller. This right here is going to go right here in the center console. If we turn around like this, that way it's accessible for both the driver and the passenger. And all of my all of my other places are filled up. I don't have any available rocker switch spots, so I'm going to have to create one here. But I think that's going to be the best location. That way, if my wife wants to turn it up a little bit, she can, or if I want to turn it up or down a little bit, I can easily. I could put it over here on the other side of the dash, but then, like I say, only I would be able to access it. So I think that's going to be the best solution for now. The one thing I'm a little disappointed in is there was no instructions on how to wire this thing up. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's literally plug and play. So anybody with even a little bit of knowledge should be able to figure it out. You know, I got a red wire that goes to the positive and a black wire that goes to the negative on the battery. I'm not planning on going to the battery. I'm going to, and that camera just died. I'm not planning on going to the battery. I'm going to go to my fuse panel under the hood. That'll work with key on, so this will only work with the key on. But next step is going to be start removing the dash and the windshield. So here we go. Okay, had to change stuff around a little bit. Did just discover that when I'm running these, trying to control them on my phone, the batteries die really fast. So we're not gonna do that anymore. But I gotta take the windshield off and I gotta take the dash off just for wiring. You don't necessarily have to do that, but I'm a little I don't know, I like to make things as neat as possible. So I like to run things as good as I can, so that's what I'm gonna do. On a RZR, it's just 4 bolts, holds this dash on, and then a couple pins here for the center glove box. I have a tablet holder in the center to replace this glove box, and it does have a couple screws in it. A normal RZR is not going to have those screws that I just took out. And then also I have a full windshield that I run in the wintertime for cold weather with a wiper, and I also have sprayers, windshield washer sprayers that are hooked into this. I have to gotta unhook the hoses or we pull it completely off. Okay, so all the wiring. You got this, like say, it's going to run positive ground, and then this is going to run to your controller, and then this is going to run from your controller up to the fan motor. So I'm just going to start off hooking this up. Obviously have way more here than we need. So I think what we're going to do actually is start off in the other direction and hook it up from the motor to the front. That way we can eliminate, there's like 12 feet of wire here. We can eliminate some of this wire. Probably only need 5 feet, 4 feet. Now in the center consoles, there's 2 pins back here, which I seem to have lost. A bolt here, and a bolt up here in the front, and then some more push pins in the side that I also seem to have lost from having this on several times. The 3 bolts really hold it good enough. When the seats are in there, they're not going anywhere. So we're just going to pull this center console out. Not completely out because the seat belts run through it, but up and out of the way. Okay, so now we got that. I guess really the next thing that we need to do is mount the system. So let's see if the paint's dry. Alright, so this is what I came up with for the mounts. Like I say, it comes with some bar mounts, but I have a back window in. I actually found some mounts that came from a light bar that I use different mounts for, and just drilled an extra hole. Those are going to go right there and screw right to the back panel. So let's get this in. Alright, well, I'm not going to try to get extremely fancy here. I'm just going to try to make sure it is basically centered. And I'm just going to mark a couple spots here. And I'll take a little tape measure to make sure I got them level, drill some holes, and bolt this thing on. Oh! Yeah. Oh, there. Oh, there. Oh. All right, I got my holes marked, and now I'm just going to pop a couple holes in this back window here. Obviously, if you didn't have a back window, you'd mount it to your roll bar, the back bar back here. But some of you might be thinking, how am I going to mount this because I have a back window? Well, here's a pretty good way, I think. Now that I got it basically where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and tighten down these Allen screws in the back, on the sides I mean. Okay, see there, it looks pretty nice, it's sitting right in the center, looks pretty level, straight up and down. I might need a little bit of a adjustment, but I can do that. And I guess now the time is I've got to pick the place, figure out exactly where this is going to go in here, and get that cut out so we can put that in there and start our wiring. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lay down a couple pieces of masking tape, and then I can measure and write and draw exactly where I want the hole to be and make it just a lot more visible, a lot easier to see. So I can see that this is 6 inches wide. So we got a center is at 3 inches. Except for I marked it 3.5 for some reason. So that's the center. And then we're going to try to go center this. It's 2 inches, so about right there is the center. Say it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but I would like it as close as possible. Now the hole needs to be 3/4 of an inch by 1.25 inches. So there. That should be 3/4 of an inch by 1.25 inches. So we're going to go to the we're going to go 5/8 of an inch. And I'm planning on doing this just a little on the small side. That way I can clean it up later and make it fit. I'd rather be too small than too large. And this is how you know I'm a professional, when my straight edge is just a piece of scrap. So we're going to remeasure that again just to make sure it's what we want. Just shy of 1.25 inches. And just shy of 3/4, which is perfect. So now we're just going to cut this with a utility knife. It's nice and easy. Alright, I'm certain we're going to need to clean that up a little bit, but yeah, definitely got to do some filing. Got some of these plugs, and if one of these fits, then we know that that will, and these don't fit yet. Yeah, we gotta go quite a ways. Perfect. Yeah, that worked out really, really nicely. Which I did forget, I gotta zip tie up a couple wires here from last time. Okay, so these wires here, we're going to have obviously way too much of. And I could shorten them, but this could someday end up in a different vehicle. Who knows? So I'm not gonna mess with them. I guess I should show you what I'm working with. These wires. There's obviously a lot. 12 feet of it, I believe. That's what they say. So we're just going to coil it all up, zip tie it off underneath here, and let it be. I should have went underneath that. There we go. And I'll get some little clips here to neaten this up too. I've got some nice clips. Stick on. So we'll put a zip tie around the bundle here. Keep that nice and in place, and then we'll put a zip tie to that here so it doesn't flop out of place. That's not going to be interfering. So now we're going to take the power wire, plug it in. Like I say, this is really a simple, basically plug and play setup here. And grab my other camera. We're going to feed it up through there and up the firewall and to the fuse panel. So I don't have enough hands. I don't know if I can. You can kind of see what's going on there. So now the wires are right here. I'm going to pull all the excess slack out. And we're going to run them right up there along all those other wires. We'll do a nice cable tie, zip tie, clean up job on them. All right. Again, a case of not enough hands to do what I want to do. But I'm just going to try to run these through these existing zip ties if we can. Now, you get the idea. And then we're going to run it this fuse panel. Okay, so here's the situation we got. Having a real problem with GoPro batteries today. Killed 3 of them on this project. So I've got some nice clips here to hold the wires down. I'm going down in under the center console. Got my controller right there. And the wires go up around to my fuse panel I've got under here. And that is a keyed on fuse panel. So I turn this key on, crank this switch up, and she's blowing air. So now we're going to get the seats back in it and see how she put the helmet on, see how it feels. If you're curious about this fuse panel, I do have another video on that for all my accessories. Instead of mounting everything to this one pin here, we've put a nice fuse panel in. We've done that on all our machines now, and we really, really like it. So, all right, let me put this camera down and try to button some stuff up, and we'll be right back. All right, so yeah, I think that's going to work nicely. This tube's going to come right here. This tube will just kind of hang out here, and when my wife's not in the car, I could potentially shove that down my shirt and get some cool air too. But they do make a cover that goes on there. I just have to get one. So for next thing, we're going to put the helmet on and try it out. Okay, so like I say, new helmet. I have glasses. Helmets and glasses suck. Anybody has glasses and wears a helmet, you know. But we're gonna, and this helmet definitely needs to get broke in. And my glasses, unfortunately, are very sharp, so they're a little bit of a struggle to put on with a helmet. But we got it. So, just gonna plug this in. That was pretty simple. Turn the key on. I need a little bit more. I'll have to get used to the restriction helmet being tethered, but let's turn this on and see what we got. Oh, I like it already. Instantly, my glasses were fogging up, and it instantly unfogged my glasses. Yeah, I think I am going to very much enjoy this. So, I guess that's it. We're all buttoned up, and hope you enjoyed the video. I will give it a little bit of time, see how I like it, run them for a while, and I'll give a review on the not only the rugged pumper, but the helmet itself. And yeah, so far so good. So thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, a little bit on TikTok. Stay safe. See you on the trails.